Today I wanted to talk about another absurd and needless Washington-inflicted, what I can only think of as a mistake, and that is the partial shutdown of the FAA. This shutdown, while buried in the headlines, is affecting Colorado jobs and the economy across the United States, Mr. President. Unable to walk and chew gum at the same time, Congress's inability to resolve this impasse has caused the furloughing of thousands of workers nationwide and put at risk several very important summer construction projects at our airports in Colorado. At the Loveland-Fort Collins Airport in Colorado, they're very near canceling a planned runway improvement project. Loveland-Fort Collins is a one-runway airport. Officials had already canceled summer flights to accommodate a $7 million runway rebuilding project. Now they could be forced to shelve the project, which was bringing around 150 jobs to the area. At Pueblo Memorial Airport, by the way, again, keep in mind, this is about Washington's dysfunction. There aren't big policy debates here. Washington turning its back on the rest of the country once again. At Pueblo Memorial Airport, officials have said that they may be forced to delay a $12 million runway rebuilding project. At the Durango Airport, officials are concerned that an ongoing $3 million apron rehabilitation project, which currently employs 30 Coloradans, will receive a stop work order next week if Congress fails to act. And at the Denver International Airport, one of the crown jewels in this country, officials are concerned that the shutdown will affect scheduled concrete and asphalt work on a runway and maintenance on passenger loading bridges. These delays could affect the overall safety of Colorado airports, and they are affecting jobs right now. Heather Hilgers of Englewood, Colorado, she's an engineer. Airports hire her to complete construction projects so they can meet FAA safety standards. She wrote to my office, quote, "Next week, if there's no one to reimburse the contractor, the job has to stop. The stall is affecting engineering contracts. The visible impact would be the construction contractors' jobs." Andrew Vogt of Denver, Colorado, is also an engineer. He wrote, quote, "It's a frustrating experience that his whole industry has gone through. We are hoping a long-term solution can be achieved in short order. As a professional engineer, certified construction manager for airport improvement projects, there is literally no work to do this year. Put me back to work," he said. Jeff Campbell, also of Englewood, Colorado, is an aviator. These are not government employees, by the way. We're talking about private sector employees whose jobs and expectations and salaries and plans for their families are being put on hold by the games that are being played here in Washington. Jeff Campbell, also of Englewood, Colorado, is an aviation engineer who's involved with 5 projects that are being affected by the shutdown. One is the failing runway at Fort Collins, Loveland. He said 150 people expecting to begin work next week are about to be put on hold, and the project will have to be rebid for the 3rd time. Mr. President, a lot of people in Congress talk about putting people back to work. They talk about fiscal responsibility. But this delay is costing thousands of jobs and an estimated $30 million a day in lost revenue. If this shutdown continues, these losses could dwarf the entire yearly budget of the EAS program, which some claim is holding up the bill.